When I was in my 20s, early 30s, I scratched out a living making music, and this guitar was with me part of that time. And this guitar is about 30 years old, so that tells you it's close to where I'm at. But it became more than a guitar, it kind of became an old friend. And like a lot of us, you start off with ideals and certain things you want to do, and then paying the bills get in the way, and feeding the kids and getting them clothes and school fees and stuff like that. So my old friend got put in the closet. And then a couple of years ago, my daughter, she lives in Knoxville, and she came down to visit, and she said, "Dad," she said, "I want to borrow your guitar." And I said, "Sure, it's not a problem. It's there in the closet. I haven't been fooling with it much, so take it." And that night, after she left that night, I'll be honest with you, I was bothered about it. My guitar wasn't there. Even though I hadn't been playing it, my old friend was gone. And then the next few days after that, it still kind of hung with me. I was bothered by it. And so I went on a little shopping expedition, hit a few music stores, and found her a decent used acoustic guitar. And I called her up and I said, "I'd like for you to bring my guitar back. And I've got you here one I want to trade with you." So she did, and from that point on, I realized that me and my old friend had a few more things we wanted to say. So that's why I'm here tonight. I'm going to do you a couple of originals that I've written, and hopefully you. This first one here is entitled "I'm Not Crazy." And it's kind of a little, I'll give you a little something, a little trivia to work with. It's based off an old melody riff that comes out of the 50s. And if you recognize it, the guy that kind of made this popular, his name rhymes with Joe. So if you hear that melody in this, then holler it out when I get through. But the title is "I'm Not Crazy." Sometimes maybe we get this feeling here, so here we go. 3:35 and I'm still awake. I can't get no sleep no matter what I take. Can't be late to catch the morning train. Boss is watching, gotta be on my game. Dead on my feet by 2:35. I don't know if I'm dead or alive. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I just feel that way. 60-inch hangs on my wall. Got a home 3 stories tall. Smartphone that can do anything. A platinum card buys me all this bling. I sit at home with nothing to do. My baby says I look sad and blue. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. Just looks that way. Been living too hard, expecting too much. Gonna slow down and stop all this fuss. Take some time and enjoy the sun. Ride some back roads and have some fun. Empty the hard drive, get back on the mend. Bundle up my worries and hit the sand. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. Just seems that way. Do you recognize the melody, or did I get close to it enough to?
Yeah.
Who was it?
Bo Diddley.
Bo Diddley. Yeah. Bo Diddley. If you get where you don't have anything to do tonight, go home and bring up a YouTube of him. He could dance pretty good too. This next song, last one I'm going to do, is my son. About 3.5 years ago, approached me and said, "Dad," he said, "I need to tell you something." Said, "My girlfriend's pregnant." And I said, "Well, okay." And so eventually they got married, and now I have a 2.5-year-old grandson, and his name is Carter. I never thought that a grandson or a grandchild could captivate your attention and your interest as much as a grandchild does. When I come home in the evening, I ask my wife, I say, "What's Carter been doing? Has he bid anybody at school? Has anybody bid him?" That's kind of the focus of our, forget CNN and world news. It depends on, everything focuses around him. And when he walks in a room and he sees you, and his face lights up and he smiles, that's about the coolest thing I think I've ever seen. And this song is about him. And if you're grandparents, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not grandparents, hopefully one day you will be, and you'll know what I'm talking about. The title of this is Smile. On the day we first met, everybody made the count. 10 fingers, 10 toes. Looks like you checked out. A button nose and big blue eyes. No, to my surprise, how you stole everybody's heart when we see you smile. Really is silly, outrageous. What you do is simply contagious. When I see it, it makes me chuckle. How I almost bust a buckle every time I see you smile. Dirty hands and muddy shoes, each morning a new find. Tadpoles, frogs, and butterflies. It's okay, Mama don't mind. Watch the sunrise side by side. See the wonder in your eyes. Oh, the joy that comes over me when I see you smile. It really is silly, outrageous. What you do is simply contagious. When I see it, it makes me chuckle. How I almost bust a buckle every time I see you smile. Every time I see you smile.